And we are live, guys. How you doing tonight, Clyve?
Good. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Just enjoying my evening off. So, what you wearing watch wise?
Actually, I'm wearing the Gerard Perigo,
Okay, nice. Which one do you have?
the Gyromatic,
Okay,
is vintage one from it's a birth year watch.
okay, nice. I'm actually just bumming around the house and just wearing the G-Shock.
Nice.
So nothing too crazy tonight. Like I said, just kind of relaxing. I know Random Rob goes live here at I think 8 o'clock Eastern.
Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah, so we'll definitely be off by then. But
Yeah.
But yeah, just figure we get on and do a live stream. Tonight's topic is, as in the title, and I mentioned the big three, the countries, the watchmakers, I guess you'd say. How's it going, Chaz? How you doing, bud? How you doing, Clam Walker? You wearing G-Shock too? Slats, man. How's it going, man? I got your email, by the way, Slats, man. I haven't responded yet. Sorry, bud. But what's going on, Ken from Pittsburgh? But like I said, the tonight's topic is like the big three watchmakers, kind of like they had the big three automakers here to our U.S. friends. We'll get Chevy, Dodge, Ford. But
Oh, you
in
mean?
this instance, I was thinking like the three countries of watchmakers. They're like the big main three watchmakers.
Oh, I was thinking you were meaning the Holy Trinity, and that's why you're having me on.
Oh no. But no. That's what I was saying. Like the big three countries, like what the main three countries of the huge watchmakers where they're all based at. Like, of course, I was thinking like Switzerland's being number one, then Germany, Japan being the second and third. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as
Yeah.
like the big three, the main three. No, I didn't mean the Holy Trinity. Sorry.
No, actually, I know what you're talking about. Just waited for me to say.
I've got the Holy Trinity.
Yeah, you do have the Holy Trinity, which they're all Swiss, though, aren't they?
Ah, yeah.
Three of Bacheron, AP, and Patek, right?
Right. Of course, as we all know, the holiest of cheeses is also Swiss.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. But as far as like the big three, sadly, there's not that many U.S. Watchmakers, but that's starting to change now. I think in recent years, don't you, Clyde?
Well, okay. Here's the problem. The U.S. and I think a lot of ways, the watch industries in these countries, it's always been labor, cheap, skilled labor. And and prices for skilled watchsmiths in Britain, actually Britain used to be like more or less the English or British clocks used to be the most highly regarded at the very beginning, but then they got too expensive for them to make there economically. So the United States, when price of wages and started going up, Switzerland came along because cheap skilled labor, because those people, you were talking like a lot of farmers in half the year, like kind of like how we were like this last week. Picture being away like 3 or 4 months in Switzerland. So in which case it's just like they're sitting around there eating cheese,
drinking their wine with it, probably too.
Well, if they have enough wine made up, desperate to take a steaming solid dump, and a lot of time on their hands. So that's how they really got into watchmaking.
Okay.
At least that's the story we're told.
Okay. And like you said, I guess because they couldn't farm that time of year, they had to, like you said, they had to do something, huh?
They had to do something.
It makes sense. But I would, as far as like in terms of quality and not really durability, because durability, I feel like probably the Japanese and Germans, but I feel like as far as in terms of like quality and everything else, I feel like Switzerland would probably be the number one country, wouldn't you?
It depends what you mean by quality. Quality can be kind of a weasel word.
Yeah.
I mean,
or do you think it's like that group think kind of thing where we're just brainwashed to think it is just Switzerland makes number one?
I totally think it's a group think. I think we're all being hemmed in by groupthink. So,
like personally, I actually have a thing for German watches. Like I personally prefer, like I feel like Zen, even with their price hikes, I feel like Zen, Damasco, and all that, they offer some of the best bang for buck especially for somebody like me. I'm more of a budget. Like I feel like they offer a lot of bang for buck.
Right. You're into more high horology.
How's it going, Flippin' Zippo? How you doing, bud? But
hey, Flippin', more than welcome to come on with us, man. Just saying,
if you want, man.
Give us the word.
Clyve can send you the link if you want to join. We got we got Bruce on here. What's going on, Bruce? How you doing, bud?
Too much.
You doing all right?
Yeah. It's all good.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh,
there we go. Sorry about that. What's going on?
Clam Walker St. Barnes is bang for buck. But we're just talking. Bruce, I don't know if you heard the first part. We're just talking about the big three in terms of like countries. Like in my opinion, it was. I feel like it would be Switzerland, Germany, and Japan, of course. As far as that comes along,
it's hard to argue with that.
Now, in terms of like actual production numbers, China would probably beat all of them, right?
I'm sure.
But as far as quality, though, I think they're kind of hit or miss.
Well, but here's okay. And here's the thing, though. I think, and I've been saying this, and I know everyone just like, oh, there he goes again. But
there you go again.
Thank you. More like here I come again. No, sorry. But as we know, Seagull bought the rights to the Venus 175. So they're predicting it's like was it the ST19 or the ST21 or something like that. So we're talking a manual wound column wheel chronograph movement. Not exactly the easiest thing to make. And they can turn those up very cheaply and very efficiently. All it takes is them just to up the ante just a little bit. Because like I said, I've got the Aramar Long Beach chronograph, and I really just got to just look at the movement on the back. I love the movement. And I've had some watchsmiths look at it under a loop and say, yeah, it's not Swiss quality, but it's pretty damn close. I think if the Chinese, if they can get their production standards and their quality, their finishing, it's not even really the design, it's the finishing. Up to what the Swiss ones are. I think the Chinese could eat the Swiss's lunch.
Well, that's like that one company. I can't remember the name of them. Paul Thorpe's had them on his channel, I believe. Producer Michael, of course. The tourbillons.
Yeah.
They're what, like $2-3 US dollars, I think.
Yeah.
And you can't hardly find a tourbillon, and they're supposed to be really good quality. Of course, they probably assemble them over there, and then they probably do the quality check over. I believe, are they US based company? Own.
Who's that?
I can't think of the name. You know the name that's
those guys. Yeah, totally. Well, it's either those guys or the other guys.
But they've been on producer Michael his channel, and Paul Thorpe's had him on his channel, I believe. The Chinese tourbillons. You know what I'm talking about, Bruce?
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of them.
Made by Seagull?
I don't know if the movement were made by Seagull, but I do know they are Chinese made tourbillon. For like $2,000.
The Chinese got a long way to go. A long way. Yeah. Yeah, I've been reading some things, even the Seagull movements that, like Clyde said, are the copies of the Venus movements. People have been having issues with those.
And that's actually one watch I wouldn't mind trying out sometime. Is the 1963 chronograph?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Looks like a cool little watch for the price.
Oh, well, actually, Chris, wait till they come out with a 1964.
Why you say that?
Because it'll be updated.
And then supposedly there's like two companies that are called Seagull, and one was copying the other, and it's I don't know, it's very shady. So
yeah, that's China's main problem is all the copyright stuff.
Yeah,
like they don't really have any laws.
They don't give a fuck.
No, they don't. Is that the one? One of them was selling on like AliExpress or something like that for like $100 something less.
Yep.
And then like what Mark over in Long Island was selling them for, something like that.
Yeah. But okay, you're saying, well, the Chinese, well, the fact that they can produce a tourbillon watch, even comes out the door, even if they just get it out the door, even if it works, even if it just works for like a month, just the fact that they could produce it says a lot.
Yeah. Definitely. And I wonder if I think a lot of brands, like it's on the top of my head or on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of the name of the brand those guys have. I think they're based here in the U.S., but they're, of course, they even come out and said they're Chinese made. They've been like transparent. And they're supposed to be really good quality for like $2-3 grand. I'm talking about they're shaped like kind of like a Lamborghini, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of automotive inspired, like an Aventador or something like that, I think was their inspiration.
All right, sorry, I completely hijacked. Sorry, let's go back. So your topic is the big three.
Yeah.
Germany, Japan, and Italy, I think, right?
Yeah, that's it. No, Switzerland.
Oh, the Swiss are fucking neutral, pussies.
Hey, Daniel.
What's going on, Daniel? How you doing, bud? But yeah, like I said, I feel like probably number one and coming in at close second. I feel like number one, of course, is Switzerland coming in close second, if not tying with them. I feel like with the Germans, the Japanese do great work, but I feel like they have a little bit of work to do. I feel like, don't you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but you're going to get fanboys of every different brand, spruiking for their own company and for their own country. So I mean, the Japanese have Creedor, which is exceedingly high finishing
Grand
standards.
Seiko.
Yep,
it's even more higher. They're even higher than Grand Seiko.
Right.
And there's some Japanese independent watchmakers that are crazy skilled. So you've got.
No, what's more dependable, Creedor or Hodor?
Yeah.
Good question.
I think Hodor is just a little bit more dependable.
The Germans, yes, exactly.
Yeah. And like I was telling Clyde earlier, like with Zen, I feel like even with their price hikes, I feel like them and Damasco are some of the best bang for buck for like somebody like more of a budget like myself.
Yeah.
Like
Well, especially Damasco stepping up to the plate and making a move. They've made their own movement.
Mm-hmm.
If Zen did that, then that would take them to another level.
I'm actually getting a Damasco in this week.
You getting a Zen in this week?
Damasco in it should be getting a Zen in sometime after Bobby's done with it, but I'm getting Peter's 104 white dial in soon. But I'm also getting a white dial. I believe it's a white dial Damasco DA37. Speaking of Peter, how's it going, Peter? How you doing, bud? So maybe I can do a side by side of those if they come in at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. That would be a great video. Hey, Peter C.
Just talking about you, man. But yeah, like I said, I feel like the Germans, especially like A-Long is on. Like a lot of people, they're starting to be a little more talked about. But I feel like they're up there with the Swiss. When you guys, if not better, in a lot of cases.
I mean, their watches are amazing. There's nothing like the Datagraph.
That's the brand I was thinking of, the Chinese tourbillon brand, Aventi. Thanks, Clan Walker.
Never heard of them.
You have to look at them. They're pretty. I mean, they're different looking. I don't think it's anything I would personally buy. I mean, I wouldn't mind looking at them, for review or something. But I probably wouldn't personally go out and buy them. But they do look cool.
Okay, I'll have to look into it.
But
It'll be an event to remember, though.
I know, right? They're definitely out there. They're kind of flashy. They're kind of like a Frank Mueller-esque kind of style, I guess you could say. If it reminds you of something kind of like that. So they're not for everybody. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Eric Bell, what's up, man?
Yup.
But yeah. Then like I said, like the Japanese, and I feel like Seiko, even with their price hikes, they still offer a lot of watch for the money. Their problem's always just been their quality control issues on like their alignment and all that with the bezels and everything.
Yeah. If they could solve that, they would take another step.
Like one I've been really looking at for a while now since Bobby did his review of it is the SPDC, the 053, I think it is.
The only thing more ridiculous than Seiko and Grand Seiko model numbers is Omega model numbers.
I know, right?
They're people. God bless you guys that can remember what these model numbers
So
are.
I can remember Seiko, I guess, because I look at them more than a lot of the others. But most of the time, I can remember the Seikos.
Yeah.
And it's a diver. It's a lot. It seems like a lot of diver for around I think $600 to $800 you can pick it up for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm really looking at the ACDC 6942.
There you go. How about the 8675309?
Dirty Deeds, Thunder Chiefs, and that one of their songs.
Well, see, the thing is, though, with that reference, I don't know if you really want two-tone,
Ha 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 ha. See, game and match, sir.
69420.
Tommy two-tone specifically. Ha ha ha.
Oh.
That was pretty good, though, actually. Oh,
man. What watch you wearing tonight, by the way, Bruce?
I am actually wearing my Mitchell Raider.
Okay.
Cool little Zenith Pilot homage watch.
Okay.
that I really like a lot. Onion crown, coin edge bezel.
oh, we gotta love a coin edge bezel, though.
Peter
Yep.
C's asking, is two-tone actually coming back?
Two-tone never left.
Right.
Only cool. You got to be. You got to be cool to pull off two-tone. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding, Peter.
Certain companies do it right. Like others are kind of gaudy, but I feel like Rolex, they do it right.
They do. And also, depending on your, if you're a guy in your 20s or early 30s, yeah, you may not want to do two-tone. If you're an old man like myself, or I won't include the rancher because he's younger than me.
That's so, yeah.
But if you're older, you can do the two-tone.
I have noticed down that I'm getting a little bit older myself. I mean,
Shut the fuck up.
I'm saying I'm getting a little older myself.
Up.
The older
I know this is your channel, but just shut the fuck up now.
the more I actually kind of like two-tone and dig it. Like with that Earn Spins that I had in for a while, the chrono.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like stuff like that, like just a touch of gold is not bad. Like I'm usually more of a silver kind of guy.
Hey, Ken Spear, what's going on, man?
Hey, Bruce, has he shut the fuck up yet?
It's his channel. He doesn't have to.
Me be quiet. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm getting older. Shut the fuck up.
I said I noticed the older I'm getting, the more. I didn't say I'm getting older. I said I noticed the older that I'm getting, the more I am attracted to two-tone like gold.
Well, no, I mean, like I said, so no, that's okay. Fair enough. Fair statement. Actually, I'm kind of getting into gold or gilded razors myself, so I'm still still doing the razor kick. But there's a couple of these ones that are just mind-bogglingly beautiful pieces of art that you hold against your face. and cut it.
That's another hobby I don't need to get into.
Yep, that or pens or
Yeah.
pocket knives. Yeah, the
I'm kind of
dangerous
into
rabbit
knives,
holes.
but I try to hold off on the knives. What's going on, James? By the way, if you guys haven't subscribed to James's new channel, he's got a separate watch channel now that he does from his VR reviews. It's
Nice.
It's that name there. So I think he's got like 19 subscribers right now.
All right,
He's got like 8,000 as other, but he's
So wait, which channel does the Great Gambino use for watch reviews?
It's the one he's on here now talking with. That the one I have highlighted.
Grown.
He made a separate channel from his VR channel, which is smart because you don't want to put the two together. So, but yeah, he does great work. He actually sent me in his Flight Master too. I got to do a unboxing review of that too.
Flight Master? You mean Omega Flight Master?
No, the Seiko Flight.
Oh, okay.
TGV's darling watch. But he's saying the great thing about getting older is milestone grail pieces.
Now, Daniel Ketz, let's go back to that statement again.
Yeah. I hadn't even gotten a chance to read the whole thing.
Yeah.
He said maybe giving up OP weight for a Seamaster Aquaterra Blue Gray Slate 41.
Yep. Good watch.
Interesting.
Good watch. Fantastic movement. At least is equal to anything Rolex has out now currently with their latest models.
A little thick.
Yeah, that's about to say it's a bit of a chunky monkey. Also, do you know what it does not have on the dial?
Patina?
No.
Contrast?
No. Well, no, it has contrast. One thing it doesn't have is
Aquaterra.
like, hey, Omega. You ever thought of? I don't know. I'm just being wacky and wild here. But you ever thought of maybe putting the name of the watch on the fucking watch dial? Just maybe, possibly. No. Okay.
Does it say Seamaster on it?
Yes, it does.
Well, there you go.
I didn't know that you mentioned it. Yeah.
Does everything has to say Seamaster on it, unless it says
Seaman Master.
Unless it says Speedmaster.
Yeah. How's it going, Paul? How you doing, bud?
What's up,
How you
Paul?
doing, Hans? Got Hans in the house.
Hans.
How's it going, Hansi?
But yeah, like I said, I feel like Japan would probably be, like you said, some of their independent manufacturers. What is it?
Mhm.
Is it Kuroki? Is one of them?
No, he's German.
No,
Stefan.
no, I think there is like a Kuroki or something.
Oh, is there?
Like
Okay.
less. Yeah, I saw it on.
I stand corrected.
Karaoke is Japanese, dude. Come on.
No. If you guys ever watch the Watch Guys TV, I think it is the Watch Guys channel, the English guys. He had them on there a while back. He gets like every kind of like high end piece basically. But yeah, Kuroki, I think it is like a high end like bespoke watch. I think from Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I never heard of him until he brought him up on his video.
Gotcha.
Okay, but you're putting Germany above Japan, which, see, I don't know if I agree with that. I'd almost say, Seiko by itself is a heavy hitter.
Oh, definitely.
Seiko itself is like the equivalent of Swatch, or like half the Swatch group, or maybe a third or something.
Definitely, because there is a Seiko. I'm not hating on Seiko. I love Seiko, but there's a Seiko for everybody out there, pretty much. Everybody can find a Seiko that they like.
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention Orient.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know if I hear that many people really talking about that brand, though. Is there a lot of Orientals out there or not?
There a decent amount of people do talk about Orient. I've seen a few talk about them on reviews and stuff. I feel like I said, I feel like Orient is which their sister companies I get, but Orient stepping in Seiko's place where Seiko used to be the real big value brand. I feel like Orient is taking their place in that aspect. Because you can get it like with the Kamisu and the Kano and all that, you can get a lot of watches, or even the Triton, which is not called a Triton anymore. But all those watches there, you can get a lot of watch for the money.
The watch formerly known as Triton.
And then Great Gambino James is saying he wonders if Orient will ever have a top tier brand. Like, I think the Bruce, doesn't Orient have like a kind of a little bit of a higher end?
Yeah, it's called Orient Star, I believe.
Yeah,
that's like saying I hope. It's not kind of like saying, boy, I hope Tudor gets up more of a high.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen because they are owned. Epson owns both Orient and Seiko.
Yep.
So I don't know if they're going to go like full tilt, but they do have like a higher level. I wouldn't call it like Grand Seiko to Seiko, but it's like a step up for the normal Orient. And I believe it's Orient Star. Yeah, there you go. Chaz from the Burgers saying Orient Star.
Yeah.
And
Also,
Clam.
And also their salts are the best.
But yeah, like I said, the Triton diver is a lot of watch. It's kind of like what a takeoff of the old saturation divers, Bruce. With the power reserve and all that. I had the Triton for a little while. I ended up selling it, of course, but
Actually, I don't know. I might have to dig in one of my boxes. I don't mean Hotsy. I mean, I've got like a couple of like off brand vintage divers. Sometimes I think those things are just cool to mess with, just to throw on.
Nice.
And wear. Just because. No, just because.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Chats from the Bergs saying more like Seiko Lux, LUX. And then Roar the Tiger saying the only problem with Orient is that outdated logo. They need to dump it.
Now what's the outdated logo?
It's just kind of like the Orient with like like a crown kind of, Bruce? Or is it like I've
never really
See, I've got my Orient. I've got an oversized Orient diver with a depth gauge, and it's like old Orient is prominently displayed on the dial, but it's like old style Western, like saloon is what you see saloon in, like in a Western.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. Which I'm thinking that's kind of weird for Orient,
Big time.
No, I have the little Orient TriStar, which is a fun little watch for under $100. It's got the little 3 stars on it. I don't know if he's talking about that or not.
No. Talking about vintage. Hands, knees, and toes. Well, we're coming up on 30 minutes. Are we going to stay on for a little bit, or are we going
to... It's up to you guys. If you want to stay on for a little bit, or you want to call it a night.
Lucia, what do you want?
I'm going to be eating dinner soon, so why don't we wrap it up?
We can call it a night. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Yep. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, everybody, for joining on the chat. We'll see you guys on the next one there.
Later, fellas.
Later, guys.
Fist.